Before we begin this video, I'd like to make the disclaimer that I, MrShowTym, hereby in no shape or form condone the actions of any rapists or sexual assaulters. I believe such people should be put not only in prison, but under the prison. We live in the MeToo era, where high-ranking men of prominence and consequence can be destroyed merely by an accusation, of which many of them have been proven to be innocent of those charges. From the Mount Olympus of Hollywood to his great fall into obscurity, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the case of Harvey Weinstein.
More than 60 women have come forward to accuse Weinstein of sexual harassment, assault, and rape.
By the mid-90s, we were aware of what he was alleged to be doing.
Weinstein has repeatedly denied allegations of non-consensual sex.
He believed that he was going to be untouchable.
Welcome back to the MrShowTym showcast. I've been watching the Harvey Weinstein documentaries. And today we're going to talk about how Harvey Weinstein is probably not guilty of sexually assaulting his female subordinates or these aspiring female actors in Hollywood. It's been exposed multiple times already by this point, especially by Cat Williams and as of recently Monique over at the Shannon Sharp Club Shay Shay podcast. Harvey Weinstein is probably not guilty of sexual assault crimes because although at first it would seem believable to the average normie, I'm going to break down certain elements at play that proves that this thing is probably, these are probably false accusations. This is a takedown. Harvey Weinstein got convicted in 2017 at the ripe time of the MeToo movement was, becoming a thing. Now, this is how the Agent Smiths operate. Harvey Weinstein, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, was the first major high-profile sex assault convictee. This is how the Matrix operate, ladies and gentlemen. They want to set new precedents. And how they set new precedents, they have to scare the average normie. How do they scare the average normie? They have to take a high-ranking, powerful male figure, in Hollywood, Harvey Weinstein, a Hollywood movie writer, producer, director, powerful man, decides who gets movie roles and whatnot. Now, the Matrix, the Agent Smiths, they smell blood in the water. They're like, him. Let us make an example out of him. And because Hollywood is filled with a lot of sexual deviants, degenerates, it made it easy for the Agent Smiths to create a case, to throw smoke screens, and, to make a takedown of someone who's probably innocent. Now, understand this. Just because someone is a sex addict, just because someone is a sexual deviant, just because someone is a degenerate, just because someone is a plebeian, it doesn't, or should I say, shouldn't make you guilty or indict worthy of a crime. I don't agree with the lifestyle that Harvey Weinstein lived prior to him getting prosecuted. The guy is disgusting. The guy's a sex addict. He obviously can't control his urges. He obviously has a high sex drive. That doesn't make him guilty of sexual assault. Now, this is what I don't like about Hollywood. His former associates like Matt Damon and your Jake Gyllenhaal, your Good Morning America, your CNNs, etc. Who's these other female actors? I forget their names. Whatever. They were once praised. Sorry, he was once praised by these fellow Hollywood actors over at the Grammy Awards, the Emmy Awards, the Oscar Awards. Oh, Harvey Weinstein! I'd like to thank Harvey Weinstein, and the audience, the crowd, they were clapping. Oh, he's such an inspiration. Until the sex allegations came out, and they did about turn on Harvey Weinstein. They said, "Oh, he's this. I don't want to associate with him," and they completely cut ties with him. Much like how Michael B. Jordan is MIA in defending his former co-starring actor, Jonathan Majors, with his wrongful persecution, because there's an understanding that you go with the flow, you told what to do. This is why the Hollywood industry is no longer respectable, because the narratives that they spew are not authentically their own. They're told to, okay, backstab so and so, go to this podcast, go to Good Morning America, go to the Breakfast Club, and bash and talk bad about so and so who's now being falsely charged of crimes. I watched the Harvey Weinstein documentaries, and of course, what made it believable, what made me almost believe, is I'm comparing the Harvey Weinstein to the Andrew Tate criminal trial prosecution. Because with Harvey Weinstein, at least the woman came out in the flesh, and their names were put out there, and they testified. Almost had me. Almost. Except when the recordings came out, the aspiring female actors, or the victims in air quotes, they testified how Harvey Weinstein, wanted to make a deal with them and say, okay, if you want a 3-picture deal with Universal Studios or Warner Brothers, whatever, let's set up a business meeting and come over to my office. And the unsuspecting females, as soon as they came into the office, they found Harvey Weinstein, nude, in a robe, open, with his junk exposed, which, again, I do find reprehensible and abhorrent and disgusting. Harvey Weinstein said, okay, look, just 5 minutes, just have a threesome with my colleague here, and then we'll give you a movie deal. And of course, and rightfully so, the females rejected. They said no. At least, in defense of Harvey Weinstein, he didn't force himself onto these women. He said, "Oh, okay, thanks, bye, no problem, bye." Oh, you decline? Okay, bye. It's sad. It's unfortunate.
I'm telling you right now.
What do we have to do here?
Nothing. I'm gonna take a shower. You sit there and have a drink.
I'm sorry, I cannot. No, yesterday was a kind of aggressive for me. I need to know a person to be touched.
I won't do a thing.
I don't want
Do a thing, please. I swear I won't. Just sit with me.
I'm feeling very uncomfortable right now.
Please come in now. When the guy comes with my
Why
jacket, you can
yesterday
go.
you touched my breast?
Oh, please, I'm sorry. Just come on. I'm used to that.
Are you used to that?
Yes, come in.
No, but I'm not used to
I
that.
won't do it again. I will never do another thing to you. 5 minutes. Don't ruin your friendship with me for 5 minutes.
No,
Please.
but I want to leave.
Okay, bye. Thank you.
Understand something, most of these female groupies, these aspiring female actors, most of them, I would say, are willing participants of these sexual gatherings, these sexual parties, these orgies that Harvey Weinstein offered them as a deal in exchange for certain movie roles. Most of them are willing participants because with female nature, okay, women want to be in the winner's circle. Harvey Weinstein is a high-ranking Hollywood director, producer, script writer. Most of these women, they wanted to associate with Harvey Weinstein. Why? Because of the opportunity it came with it. They got to rub shoulders with other Hollywood actors, and that brought about some opportunities. Women want to hang around with winners, and that's what Harvey Weinstein was in Hollywood. A winner, a high-ranking winner with clout and fame. Women wanted to be invited to these celebrations, these parties. Sometimes these swingers parties, whatever. These black tie events, white tie events, whatever you want to call them. So most of these women, we know now, with regards to female nature, they are willing participants, and most of them, they acquiesce willingly. Up until it came a time where the ancient Smiths, they said, look, change the narrative, withdraw consent, because apparently nowadays women can withdraw consent, and that puts the male under severe fire, in jeopardy. So the same women who probably consented, now they've been told to turn around and testify against Harvey Weinstein and say, oh, he forced me into... Not one woman came out and said, oh, he blocked them, he stopped them from leaving, he forced himself upon them. All I heard from those documentaries is, look, Harvey Weinstein made some disgusting, creepy offers, unsuspecting offers. But those same women were still welcome to deny and walk away. Which is what I heard from those recordings. Which makes me now believe that this is a coup. This is a takedown. This is a smear campaign. Yes, Harvey Weinstein is a disgusting sexual deviant with uncontrollable sexual urges. That doesn't make him guilty. That doesn't make him a rapist. The man has access to plenty of women. And he exercised his capabilities. Is it moral? No. Could he have done that? Was he in such a position to, have affairs with these plenty of women who, he had leverage over? Yes. That's not a crime. The crime is when you forcefully enforce yourself upon someone. I did not hear any of that during in these documentaries. Now, because they set new precedents, look what happened with Andrew Tate. Only this time, very suspiciously, there are no obvious female victims in the Andrew Tate criminal trial. Look at what happened recently with Donald Trump, with E. Jean Carroll. They said he not guilty of rape, but he's liable for emotional damages or whatever. What does that even mean? It's all subjective. It's all thingy, used as a weapon. See, part of the reason why the ancient Smiths use, sexual assault accusations is because they know that there's no surefire way of policing it, because it's all subjective. You can ask a girl out, you can meet a girl in the bar, and then, you know, you charm her panties off, you invite her back to your place or her place, have sexual, consensual coitus, and then they're offered millions of dollars or rands, if you're here in South Africa, to, you know, testify against you. A la Russell Brand. Have you noticed there's no real leftist personality, public figure, that has ever faced these charges? You want to talk about Russell Brand? Russell Brand was a leftist peon up until he switched and he started to talk against the Matrix. All of a sudden, whoops, sexual assault allegations. How convenient at this time where he's now spewing red pill content, narratives against the Matrix. How convenient. Put 2 and 2 together, folks. It's not that hard to figure out. Look at Eric Adams, Mayor Eric Adams over in New York. He started to push back against the migrant situation. Oops. Sexual assault articles out of thin air, out of nowhere. How convenient. Folks, the Agent Smiths, they use this weapon because they know there's no surefire way of proving it. It's all based on speculation. Unless there's recordings, and even then, still, it's not 100% proof that, you know, so and so enforced themselves onto so and so. But with Harvey Weinstein, he was the first, and they make it a point to like really railroad him hard. He's convicted for like what 20 years plus with additional charges. Because they have to, because, you know, this was at a time where the public still had trust in the mainstream media. Oh, so if he's charged with such heinous crimes, with such a long sentence, with such a high sentence, then he must be guilty. That's how the average Norway thinks. This is how they set new precedents. And in 2019 came about the debaucherous Gillette advert. This is an attack on masculinity. They have to scare you by taking these well-known people and charging them into oblivion, throwing them under the prison, charging them with life sentences to scare the rest of you men. If you've been watching this far, thank you so much for watching. And remember, the Matrix has you. So don't fall for the psyops. Stay vigilant. Thank you for watching. Cheers.